Hi, my name is Cindy Thompson, and I am the president and founder of Destiny Network. But before I tell you about the vision, I should probably tell you about the woman behind the vision. As a little girl, I spent a lot of time with caregivers because at that time, in the 60s, going to babysitters was the norm, not because it was a have to. And my life walked across tragedy because I was sexually abused. That cost me. I had very, very deep scars, and because I didn't understand how to deal with those emotions, and we didn't talk about it, I made horrible choices. And as a young adult, I became a heroin addict for 8.5 years, did time in prison, and almost lost my life. But there came a time that there had to be a choice. And I was either going to live or die, and I chose to live. After 2 years of drug treatment, I got to move to San Francisco and fulfill a lifelong dream. As a 13-year-old, my father loved San Francisco while he was in the Navy. So he took his family and we went on a holiday. And I was already addicted to clothing and drawing clothes and making clothes for my Barbies. And so we happened to walk down the street where the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising was then. And I looked in the window and I said, I'm going to go there one day. And so at 26, I guess you call me a late bloomer, I finished treatment, went to San Francisco, entered school, got my merch marketing degree in 2 years, and loved the fashion industry, loved the fashion district, and I was headed in a career that was going to allow me to do what I wanted to do for my whole life. And so 27 years later, I am a executive salesperson who has sold for multiple Fortune 500 companies. And I've had a great run, but it's time to pay forward. And when I was going to school and getting my degree, I sat in my living room one day and I saw a vision of a wheel. That wheel had a hub in the middle of it. That was Destiny Network. And the wheel had spokes, and that was the partners to that program. And the outside of the wheel represented the people that we would help change their lives. For me, I had a family who loved me dearly and wanted to see me be all that I can be. I had a father that told me almost on a daily basis that I couldn't stop him from loving me, that I was a woman of vision, that once I set my mind to something, there was nothing would stop me, and no matter how bad it got. That's what he always told me. He was an entrepreneur. He was a pioneer. He was a visionary. He was the powerhouse behind his ideas. And he passed that on to me and my sisters. And so now, 27 years later, everything that I've done has been a stepping stone for this program. And my heart has always been to give back. And I know there are women waiting on me right now who need to know that that's not where their life is going to stay. That there is life after abuse. There is life after addiction. And there is life after death. And that they can make their dreams come true, which turn helps their children make their dreams come true. An intergenerational addiction, intergenerational abuse, intergenerational drug addiction, and incarceration can be stopped with that generation. And that their husbands, their children's fathers can change. It doesn't just, I see this as a pebble in a pond. You drop one pebble and it makes waves out to the side. And those waves finally hit the shore. But it hits everything on its way. And that's how I see this. Maybe it's the mom that changes. Maybe it's the dad that changes. But the rippling effect is, it changes her life. It changes his life. It changes the child's life. It changes a family. It changes a community. It changes a society. It changes a world. And so we have developed a cutting edge program that no one else is doing. We go in, we mentor, we start a year before their release. We help them write a 5-year plan based on the dreams that they thought were shattered, gone, and done. And we write that 5-year plan and we put a contract to it that is so everybody stays accountable to be, they're going to do what they're going to do, and we're going to do everything that we promised them we'd do. So if they need drug addiction help, we put them with the right treatment center. If they need a community, we help them get there and have that community embrace them. And if it's the right spiritual influence, we point them in that direction and make a suggestion. And if it's education they need to fulfill that dream, then we make that happen. And finally, if they need that job to get them started so that their career is launched, then we will put them with the right employer. So, when you're thinking about all of those that one life can affect, think about Destiny Network and the 5 keys that transforms a destiny. And by the way, when I get lemons, I don't make just lemonade. I make the sweetest drink you ever drank.